Maybe he's going halberd. It's not that bad. No, he's going Kai's Surge.
Kakai
Okay, never mind.
Never
Mind. Never mind.
He's all about that damage. Bit of sustain, but it also gives you damage, so it's okay. Alice
I've seen
wins
some
back.
games. Some Zeus doing this. They go Kaya, then they proceed to Kayasha, then they get Sanj and get the casual Kaya and go for halberd. I've seen this some games.
They never go for the meteor hammer.
No, it's only casual.
It's never the meteor. I see so many guys. I'm like, is this the time? Nope, never. No one's
Nope.
ever gonna build meteor hammer. It's a trash
Dead
item,
item.
unfortunately.
Yeah, Ice Frog managed to do it. He just killed the Mimi Hammer.
Until he slightly buffs it, and then all of a sudden it's OP again. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a cycle. Dota is a cycle. Something is broken, something is trash. Ice Frog makes sure this trash is broken. Everyone starts to do it or pick it, whatever. Then he just trash the items again on the heroes again. It's a cycle.
Upside,
Gunner?
they do manage to find Gunner. Lelis tries to help out his buddy, but it's Noob just raking in kills. He lost a 9-kill streak previously, now wants to rake it right back.
Lelis just shackle and he was insta dead. He just pressed shackles and he's like 200 HP.
And now they're going to be heading into the Roche pit. It does a decent speed. Now that they have items, CA2000, he's got the Aghanim Scepter done on the anti-mage, so you're going to have to deal with those illusions everywhere, especially Blink heroes hate that, and especially these super squishy supports will not enjoy being constantly pestered with Spell Reflect, Spell Reflect, Spell Reflect. Counterspell is such an annoying spell, especially if you have it on multiple tools. You want to use it to like one-shot, because if you use it on an illusion, you one-shot it with glimpse, you one-shot it with like hex, but if that gets spell reflected, you probably die. So it's a
you're
really
probably
risky
super
move.
sad.
Oh,
You're going to find him?
2000, can they get the catch? Gunner, smoke gets broken, and gonna get stunned up. Oh no, has a BKB, Rolling Thunder is being forced out. J2000 jumping inside, so Connect Field. He doesn't have a BKB though, and that's gonna be his first life gone on TA2000. Gunner
They still have
has
Doom.
That Doom, Impetus flies out, blinks out before the Impetus connects, and they're gonna look to re-engage here on the side of Quest with the Anti-Mage back to full.
I'm shocked by the fact that they could kill Anti-Mage and take the Aegis off without Doom. I thought they didn't have the damage, but Luna proves that I'm wrong. She just started right-clicking Anti-Mage and it's like, oh, you need to die, bro.
Also
your
has
time.
the level 20 talent now with Moonblaze fired on Lucent Beam, has the shard, so Luna is actually very strong at this stage. And pretty survivable. Unfortunately, the rest of his team is not so. They're all pretty... I mean, Gunner, obviously, if he gets a good Doom off, it could decide a team fight. Still at this stage of the game. But it's gonna be Yuma that has to do all the heavy lifting. And time is ticking, because Anti-Mage is growing. DK is growing. He's got the Mad Style. He's going BKB next. Then it's most certainly Aghanim Scepter. And then you're just... Your entire base is gonna get split pushed in.
Yeah, they have one less smoke on Lelis. Maybe they should try to use it and get one Doom. Like they need desperate a Doom on Anti-Mage or Zeus to open some space and make sure Luna can drag some waves and get 1 or 2 towers. So Nouns needs to run against the clock.
Towards mid, Yuma trying to knock on the door there. He has a BKB at the ready though. And there's Malik with already the Manta Illusions. Split push. Fun stuff, bottom side. Wisdom Rune gets joined quickly. Gunner disengages. He sees the lightning bolt right in front of him. Nope.
I'm out of here. Nope.
Not gonna deal with that. Oh, Dugalis gets controlled. What? Do they manage to get the kill onto Dugalis? The answer is no, because they have to run away. Yuma has a BKB, has no TP though. 24 seconds cooldown on his TP, and that means that Yuma is in a bit of trouble. Will be chased down. He's trying to stay alive, but they are faster than he can run. In the trees, Mantasal, can he get out of there 7
Maybe
seconds away? No, is
he's
the
dead.
answer. And TA2000 now on a mega kill streak. They lose Yuma. He is dead for 70 seconds. Just fully bought out 2 of the pieces right there for his Chrysalis.
Okay, have Butterfly on Anti-Mage. Did Gunnar manage to use Doom twice on this game? One time on Decay on the mid lane, and one time bottom on Anti-Mage. 2 Dooms in 30 minutes.
It's just one of those games. He doesn't get a good, clear shot to make it happen. He's going for Aghanim Scepter, so then he's going to have a better Doom, I guess. He can use it on himself at the very least. And just run around the team fight.
Yeah, but we need
all
other
these
stuff, I think.
Annoying illusions being sent forward to deal with the supports and whatnot. Also, Aghanim Scepter DK, he did go for it instead of the BKB, so now you have the Black Dragon form on Malik, and yeah, we all know how obnoxious that is. Limbs onto Dugalis, but it's not an easy target to kill. Lelis is going to die in response. Dugalis actually getting the kill, just a painful one to lose, and with all these illusions pushing into your base, what can you do? All 3 Dire cores have Manta style. Too many.
You're saying Manta is the more OP item in the meta right now?
I mean, it works on some heroes. It's not like amazing on everything, but in this game, they just specifically have 3 heroes that are really good with Manta style, as it all boosts their specific abilities. One has the Fusel, one has, of course, the Lightning Hand, and the other one is the Ancient Black Dragon with the slow dots and whatnot.
Okay, Dragonlance on Zeus.
Yeah, Hurricane Pike, right-click Zeus. Eventually, obviously, should get himself the Moon Shard, because why not?
Smoke mines. They need to find someone on the smoke, otherwise the game is going to be impossible. Smoke's going to break.
Noob TPing out. This is a big catch.
Nice.
DK just TP'd out. The Noob is going to die. They finally get a kill. Looking for Dugalis next. This might be a possibility to make something happen. They need to use this to open up the map a bit more, though. That's the big problem. Can they do that? They used Eclipse, they use Static Storm. No, they still have Static Storm available. They do use it right now, but they lose Gunnar. Yuma going for a man fight, but Yuma? The damage output is too much. The DK, they just melt them.
They just don't care. 5 versus 3. We don't care. Giga Shads.
Yeah, that... luckily enough, the creep wave is being cut there, so they should not be able to get megas at the very least, but it is looking like 1-2 set of racks coming in. Maybe even tickle the tier 4s. A2000, he actually wants to kill Ellis, knowing that the Pangolier is not there. But you always have to be careful of buybacks. You go too aggressive, you get Blink Warstomp doomed.
Yeah.
If they had a buyback, obviously.
I think that's a classic scenario that you just get your racks, then you go back, go Roshan, proceeds to push top, get the tier 2, then it proceeds to finish the game.
It looked like such a nice opening for Nouns as well. They get the 2 kills, they find the Zeus kill, which is the big important one. They still have Static Storm available, but then they like all split up and don't expect PSG Quest to go back in. Which, to be fair, is a ballsy move.
Yeah, I feel like they were overconfident because Zeus is dead, and they're like, no, they're not going to fight us. We just kill Zeus. We know that they know that we have Doom, so they are not coming. And they are absolutely wrong because Quest just run in like crazy. The fact that they had vision and they jumped Gunner makes all the difference because they could not use Doom again. So another fight without Doom.
They're gonna just not having a good time. This right now, Anti-Mage also has his BKB done, so you're gonna have to deal with Anti-Mage. Like, he doesn't care about your Static Storm. Until Fly gets his Ags, which he is closing in on. Might get it before the end of the game, but it is close at this stage.
Gotta have faith, bro.
And the problem also for Gunner is there's so many illusions. What's the real target? He's gonna get DK stun, jumped in, dead instantly. Rolling Thunder
my God.
coming through, but what do you have, Copy? They'll try to go for TA2000. Incomplete clip from the low ground. Actually, the damage is coming through. TA2000 is dead. Anti-Mage drops, but there is still a right-click Zeus behind Juma. He goes for the DK, but it's the Zeus that keep. Look at these lightning balls just pop, 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 pop. DK is not the big scary tank damage dealer. That's the Zeus right behind you.
And the Anti-Mage just bought back and TP's in the ult pose, so even if the fight wasn't going good for Quest in the other scenario, Anti-Mage was ready to fix some things. Okay, they forced some buybacks.
Damage in that fight. No one else in this team came close. There was 2.5 for the DK, and they still wiped them. All just lightning hands, baby. Manta style. Ridiculous right-click build Zeus. I mean, he even has the phylactery, which he could technically upgrade towards the god tier Kanda, and then he's just insane.
Okay, next game I'm going to do the right-click Zeus build, and I'm going to tell you if it's going to work.
If you fail,
I give up. I give up. I need to assume this gotta be good. The guy's just destroying the game twice. It can't be bad.
It does help that he is really capable on Zeus. I mean, normally his Spark's also really good, but he had a little bit of an off game previously in game number 2. And also Fly played really well. Fly has his Ags done. So you do have the mute on Static Storm. It'd be a very nice catch. The problem is, you're looking at late game, and it's not only Anti-Mage that you have to deal with. You have to kill the DK, you have to kill the Zeus, and the Anti-Mage. If you get all 3 caught inside... I mean, they're taking Roche, so technically this is your best chance, but he doesn't have a Blink, he doesn't have an Aether Lens, he doesn't have anything to get anywhere close to the fight without dying.
Yeah, they need to rely on a bad positioning by Quest. If like Anti-Mage is next to DK or Zeus next to Anti-Mage, whatever, he needs to see 2 cores together. But it's like you say, there are so many illusions, so many mantas that who's the real target? Who's the real one? And you have Ags on Anti-Mage who just keeps popping in every time, blinking and annoying with the counter spell. So it's hard to make sure you land a good static storm.
Yeah, playing against 3 Manta styles plus an Aghanim Scepter Anti-Mage is just pain. Then you even have Enchantress that can like have creeps running around the team fight, so you just have chaos. Full-blown chaos. Hoodwink? Wow. Omar is going after his Gleipnir Blink Dagger for the Daedalus. Right, you know, classic, I'm a +4 support build. He hasn't died a single time though, which is pretty impressive. Even TA2000 died 4 times, but Omar's just been chilling, farming up, never getting caught. 18 assists to his name.
Maybe they know about the eggs on Disruptor.
Where are you going?
They're raiding the high ground too much.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They need to be careful because when Disruptor get these eggs, it's game changer.
Well, DK Illusions coming in for the pushing power.
Radiant's top tower is
Yuma also has Kanda, so it's a little bit scary. He does have damage, but does he stay alive is the big question. He is going to get jumped here, and very quickly is deleted. Has a
Oh
buyback
my
available,
god.
but yeah, he walked way too far forward,
Radiant's
and they back off. Not a buyback being forced out, but definitely going to be needing that one. Because Malik can keep this slow siege just going constantly. Even Dugalis from the low grounds got that Hurricane Pikes, has the Grove Bow, yeeting those spears forward. Doom gets thrown out onto Malik. They do manage to go in for the DK, who might just die, and the DK will be taken down, but there is everything used, and they still have everything left on the dire side. Yuma is trying to run away with the BKB. Nice bash onto TA2000, so he can't get the Mana Void cast. Lelis one hit away, but he drops dead to Ducalis' Orchid damage. And that will be the first one down that will not return. Dieback for the Shadow Shaman. Jump comes in. They're trying to get the kill onto the Galas, but Hurricane Pike down to the low ground. They're going to get bushwhacked together, and Mana Void to seal the deal.
Yeah. Quest showing up. Who is the Giga Shed on the series?
I mean, both games, Omar, as Noob, I mean, they all played really well, but Noob, 2 games, Zeus, 2 wins. Yeah. Gotta go with, I think the supports made Noob's game possible. So, I'll go with the support duo.
Yeah, they enable too much. I feel like they play for Noob and they ignore TA2000 most part of the game until TA2000 it's online. They just ignore him, like, farm whatever you can. We're going to make sure we don't feed here, like, just have a good time, and we're going to make sure our mid lane has everything he needs. So both games that they could enable his game, he just destroyed. He was doing good on Puck on the last game, but Gunnar and Fly just make sure he didn't shine too much.
And of course, game number 3 was the most important one, and that's where they did not let it slide. They came back swinging, and another game where from the laning stage onwards, it was a pretty one-sided affair. Pretty slow game, slightly faster than the previous ones, of course, but still a pretty slow game, all things considered, nonetheless. Let's check out some of these glorious highlights from that third game. Do we have any fun things happening? Okay, that was not really a highlight. First highlight is 21 minutes into the game. That kind of tells you a very interesting story, which was a Doom on the DK right there. DK just walks it off, doesn't care. They chase they chase him very far. There's also the Rod of Athos, and I mean, they were just too far ahead. And their draft also is really hard to deal with. That was finally a nice kill onto the Zeus, but Yuma had to pay the price afterwards, which kind of downplays the achievement that they gained there.
And every time that they found a core, they were getting punished. Even this time top, when they find Yuma, when they find Noob, Yuma gets punished, they kill Gunnar, so it was really, really hard to get those kills.
Quest was a ballsy move as well, like this fight.
Yeah, Quest was always prepared. Props for them, because positioning the heroes on the right side of the map and being ready, being aware of TPs, it's always based on communication and the playstyle of the team. You know, everyone knows where they should be on the map, and I feel like Quest showed us this game. They were more ready, they were more capable of organizing themselves on the game, because they got punished sometimes, but they're like, okay, we just got punished, but we will punish you 10 times more. Every time Nouns couldn't use Doom on the proper way, or someone was dying, or someone was not ready enough, or someone was not close enough. Like we've seen sometimes that on Static Storm on Fly and maybe the Doom, we had some situations where Pango needs to run in like crazy to see if something was going to happen. So I feel like were well-deserved victory by Quest. They showed a better Dota this series.
Yeah, they played really well on Quest. Do have to say there were some nice moments from Nouns coming in. They had some good catches where they managed to catch out Noob in the third series. And the first series, they had a little bit of a mini comeback coming in. And obviously, the second series, second game, they played solid. Well, but nonetheless, that is unfortunate for them. They will be dropping, not out of the tournament yet. They have another chance on Nouns. They are going to be 1-2, but the winners of this series, aka PSG Quest, will be 2-1. We'll have a little interview with one of the players after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a interview at the ready for you. Thank you very much for joining us, Omar, for the winners interview right now. As everyone can hear, there's a lot of background noise. His teammates currently having an interview with the Russian stream, so if you're curious about that one, you can check it on the Russian stream.
Hello.
Congratulations, by the way, on the win. Now you guys are 2-1 in the Swiss stage, and well, that's immediately my first question. What are your thoughts on the Swiss stage? Do you like it? Are you big a fan of group stages?
First of all, thank you very much. Second, it's the first time I think this system is introduced to Dota. I think I've seen it before in CS, but it's the first time in Dota. I think this is actually a cool system. It gives you like a lot of chances to qualify, even though you can screw up once and you can still recover like we did. So I mean, still not fully, but already on a good footing. So I like it.
Yeah, so currently you guys are 2-1. There's a lot of 2-1 teams, Blacklist, Heroic, OG, Talon, Tundra. Any teams you're looking forward to facing for your hopefully final day in the Swiss stage tomorrow?
Mm, not sure, honestly. I think I wouldn't like to face Tundra, to be honest, because they look like very cheesy team, and it's hard to draft against them. Yeah, it's looking kind of rough against them, but I'm fine to face anyone. To be honest, even Tundra, it's gonna be really good practice for us, I think.
Nice.
Okay.
I have two questions for you. On the first game, you guys just dominate the game, and the second one, things didn't go that well. Do you think the second game was a draft issue, communication issue? You guys were not expecting something. What happened in the second game?
I think about first game we kinda outdrafted them, and it's kinda straightforward draft. They just couldn't do much about it. Whereas in second game, I think we, how to say it, it's like we kind of reversed game one draft, but we had the draft in a way. But I think we still had better chances at winning, just because I think our safe lane might have maybe should have done better, and then the game would be different. With everyone thought Lifestealer would thrive in this game if he has items, but sadly he just got demolished on lane, and then after he couldn't get items. So it was a hard game, and we just found ourselves at the same spot they were in the first game.
Hmm. Do you guys feel like the gameplay on your team is based on noob? Because every time that you guys can enable his game by just securing runes and give some stacks, playing some smokes with him, the guy just have an outstanding game because he destroyed the first game, he destroyed the last game. Do you guys think you guys have this priority around noob, or you guys try to think a little bit more on TA 2000, or like, oh TA, do whatever you can, we're going to play with noob, whatever?
I mean, I don't think particularly we have a pattern that we just do every game. I think it's mostly about how drafts go and how heroes, and it's the most important thing I would say is lanes, because usually like you almost always want to play around the hero that destroyed his lane or won his lane at least. This is the hero that will get his timings faster. So if you try to enable him, then when he gets his items, he will enable others. Kind of goes like this. So, and usually it's like it's easiest to enable mid laners from runes, and especially if we have better supports. Yeah.
Nice.
There's about 2 weeks left until we get the big patch that hopefully changes the entire game. What are you looking forward to getting changed the most in this patch? What do you dislike currently about Dota?
Well, let's see. Chen, Ench, Void, Morph, Naga. Should I add to this?
He
No,
says while he
not
has
that much,
Dugalis
but
in his team, but okay.
bro, remove Chen. I don't care. On me and on my enemies. That's the saying. I don't care. Remove this hero.
Okay, yeah.
And Puck, sorry. I forgot Puck.
Yep, remove all your team's favorite heroes. Yep, very solid choice. You guys, of course, are playing in the MENA region for pretty much everything. Do you obviously you got like Falcons there who are very scary, Enigma Galaxy, and currently you have Winter Bear creeping up as well, being a bit of a scary team. Do you think that the MENA region is like fully stacked, or do you still expect it to increase over time? Because obviously the region is in qualifiers currently lacking teams.
Mm, yeah, I think there's like this phenomena of where you're either a top team in this region or you're kind of close to don't exist. Basically, there's no players in qualifiers. It's just like this. I think with time, this region will become better for sure. Like as more players will look to join it. I think there's already pretty decent teams. Four pretty decent teams. I mean, Falcons. I would call them the best team in the world right now, and Nigma as well, and Winterbirds and us. I think the region is growing. I don't think it's negative.
Okay. That was everything from me. Any last questions from you, Ryer?
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you very much, Omar, for the interview, and again,
Thank you.
congratulations. Good luck tomorrow
Thank you.
with your hopefully last Swiss stage match, and otherwise,
Hopefully.
you're gonna have to play one more day for the Swiss stage, so yeah, it's not the end of the world. More practice.
Thank you, guys. See you next
Good
time.
luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, we get a little bit of a perspective on how he sees the MENA region himself. It's, of course, everything fresh. South America had the same issues. Now South America is stacked to the brim with teams that can compete against each other. And currently, they even have a team that has already qualified for the round robin stage, with, of course, the first qualified teams being Entity, and the other one was Boom Esports, which is, I mean, to be fair, that was a bit of a surprise to me. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Entity is playing really solid Dota, so it's not surprising. But Boom, I mean, I'm from South America, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it surprised me too much. Like they had a lot of changes on this team. They When Boom steps into South America, the team practically just have disbanded, and then they just replace it, everyone else practically. So it's surpriseful. The guys are playing too much. It's the South America spice.
I mean, Picaz is still a beast. That's your safe lane. Picaz Panda, it's still really, really scary to deal with. Regardless, does mean that Nouns have to play tomorrow, and hopefully for them the day afterwards. But that also concludes the stream here today. Ryer, yeah. I mean, obviously, there's still so much Dota. There's the Swiss stage coming to finish. Then afterwards, you're going to have to do the round robin stage. Then afterwards, it's playoffs. There's so much Dota here in the Elite League. So there is, I'm looking forward to seeing what is coming up. I think removing the DPC might not have been the best for the tier 2 teams, but it does bring us so many events in this year, and the calendar feels and looks stacked. So I'm really happy with all the Dota that we're gaining. But that concludes the stream for us for the day. Any last words for the viewers at home?
Thank you for standing here with us today, and I hope you guys check in tomorrow for some high level Dota.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. My name was Dika Truman. I was joined by the wonderful ex-pro player, Ryer. Yes, indeed, have to mention that there for the people watching. He was a very solid pro player back in his day. Nonetheless, have a wonderful evening. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.